Good evening, everyone. I'm meteorologist Catie McNeil. You've now clicked on the Weather Now link, and let's jump right into it. Taking a look at our live radar, all eyes have kind of been on Tropical Storm Ophelia as we go through the rest of the weekend here, which already has brought some pretty heavy rain to our area. The moisture that's coming from the storm, the center is all the way down here in the Carolinas, where we still see some flash flood warnings. They actually had a tropical storm warning down there, but that moisture is reaching all the way up into the mid-Atlantic and southern New England, and that is going to continue to kind of work its way through over the next couple days, really not seeing drier conditions coming through until Tuesday. And with that, we are also under a gale warning. So again, the actual center of the storm is well to our south down in the Carolinas, but we're still seeing some of the effects from this, including rain and some winds. Now, this gale warning is for Block Island Sound and Rhode Island Sound, so not as much of a factor inland, but certainly those in the marine industries out by the coast should be aware, especially overnight tonight, looking at those winds being a little bit gustier with gusts up to 40 miles an hour down near Block Island tonight. Also, a moderate rip current risk. Waves or surf rather is very high. Even though it says moderate, we kind of tend to stay on the trend of caution here with the waves or surf rather up to 10 feet, 10 to 12, especially as you head out towards the Sounds, Block Island and Rhode Island Sound here. Definitely just one of those conditions. Again, stay out of the water, be mindful if you're taking any boats out, things like that. Going to be hazardous conditions really throughout the end of this weekend. Let's take a look at the wind gusts right now, where Block Island out towards Martha's Vineyard, Nantucket, a little bit on the higher end of things here. Inland, seeing gusts around 20 miles an hour, expecting gusts to be around that 25 to 30 mile an hour mark in Providence into the overnight. As I mentioned, down towards the coast and the Sounds are going to be a little bit on the windier side, maybe up to 40 knots overnight. Winds should start to lessen as we go through Sunday. Still breezy, but not as intense as what we're looking at the rest of this evening and overnight tonight. Let's take a look at Tropical Storm Ophelia right now, which is likely to become a post-tropical depression, what we call it, as we head into the overnight towards Sunday morning. It's still at 45 miles an hour right now, but it's going to continue to weaken, especially as it's moving farther inland, not really getting anything to strengthen it out in the open water here. But all this moisture is still heading in our direction here as this kind of slowly circulates. Let's look at the current statistics right now, where it's still at 45 miles an hour. Again, this is expected to continue to weaken, but because of its location and just the broad spectrum of all the moisture that's coming through, we're still going to be seeing the effects from this for the next couple of days here. Let's look at what we're kind of tracking as far as moisture. So the heaviest band of moisture that we're seeing today is going to move out of the area, leading way to a drier overnight, although I'm not eliminating the chance for some scattered showers overnight tonight. Sunday's going to be kind of more light and variable. Some heavier showers could be present at times, but looking a little bit more localized and scattered. Going to be cloudy the whole day and still breezy, so not the best day again, unfortunately, but the heavier rain does seem to kind of stay away a little bit more with more scattered and variable showers. But then Monday morning, looking at the potential here, you can see to our west with another chance for some heavier rainfall. So looking at the forecast for the rest of this evening here, it's going to be gusty as we head into the overnight with temperatures pretty raw and chilly. We went from seeing temperatures in the 70s with sunshine to now temperatures in the upper 50s this evening with those breezy conditions and showers. Definitely going to feel very chilly out there tonight. And starting your day as well, not changing too much, or tonight rather, there's going to be rain at times, but it is going to dry out a little bit as we head into the overnight. Still going to be windy and raw though, with gusts up to 25, 30 miles an hour. Sunday morning here, going to be few showers, pretty dry to start the day, and again, kind of looking at more variable and scattered conditions throughout the day, a little bit more localized with the afternoon following suit as well. Temperatures are going to top out slightly warmer, around the same as what we saw today in the low 60s, but it's still going to be breezy out there tomorrow, so feeling a little bit on the cooler side. And as always, you can get your full forecast anytime at WPRI.com.